Okay. Here's hoping. We'll see if we get the YouTube folks in here. Yep, that looks like it kicked it on. All right.
There you go.
All right. Well, a brief
I'll leave you to do it. And enjoy.
No, thank you so much for the help, Wom. Really appreciate it, man.
Anytime. I'm going to be watching on both anyway, so enjoy.
Appreciate it. Okay, well, hey, YouTube, we got the tech support issues worked out. As you well know, I am Tassinix, and I am back here. A bit tired, but not really worse, for the wear. Here with Striker, one of my patrons who has another top 100 Kyber, top 50 match, about Kyber 1 match here. And we were just about to get started when I noticed that YouTube wasn't streaming, and now you're caught up. So, Striker, what kind of odds you want to give to the people?
Well, I'm up against Segumaru, who is a very, very good player. I don't fancy my chances, so I'm going to give the people 2 or less, 3 or more, I think.
Okay. Very good.
I think a couple of drops.
2 less, 3 or more it will be. All right, guys. Here we go. So, Mini Striker versus Segumaru. Rank 53 fighting rank 46. It's 13.8 million GP up against 14.7 for the opponent. Top 80 GP, Striker's 2.97 to his 3.09 million. Zetas, it's 390 to 399. Close. GAC Omicron, Striker taking the lead, 80 to 73. Top 80 average speed, 146 to Segumaru's 162. Hot. All right, mod analysis. Plus 25 speeds, 100 to Sego's 256. 20 to 24s, it's 225 to 409. Plus 20s, 325 to 665. Plus 4% offense mods. Striker's 92 is 136. And plus 6%, it's 22 to 31. So that's about where it gets closest. Right.
As you can see, I am strongly beaten on everything.
Yeah, that's okay. I have beaten people when I was the small guy, and I have lost when I was the big guy. Anything can happen. Relic analysis, total levels, 1903 to Sego's 2115. Relic 9 characters is 27 to 56. Relic 8s, 43 to 95. And Relic 7s, 122 to 107. Definitely has an advantage there as well. Datacron analysis, total rerolls, Striker's 182 to Sego's 406. Level 9 Datacrons, 51 to 63. 6 to 8s, Striker and Sego both have 0. And 3 to 5, Striker has 5, Sego has 0. BL comparison. Big ol' Ray. It's kind of more or less how mine is. Yep, this is a really good Ray too. Yeah, faster Slacker. Why in the 130s? Why is he so thin? Both of you have him pretty thin. Not a lot of help.
All I know is my template is roughly based off of your own modding, so it's probably the best
this on myself. Did I do this to myself? Hold on. Have I been the architect? My own sadness. I'm 163. Okay. Something's you probably have an offense cross or something where I have a health cross.
Quite possibly.
No worries. I was just curious. All right, JMLs. Yeah, he's got action there. Okay. Fast. Okay, so you're still prodded out. Is this you still rocking a crit damage triangle, or are you just bulked out? Like, what are we doing these days? Lord Vader, sorry.
Vader.
Yeah.
I think that's with a crit damage triangle.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I'd expect this to be like 240 something if it was all prodded. But I just wanted to check. All right, Jabba. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that is a huge. So good. Okay, Baylans are good. Nothing there. I love the offense there on GM. And okay, will be a past Banes. Bulky Dre, like that a lot. Nice Malicos. And you have the protection orientation for Reva. Can you tell us where you find advantage in that? Because I'm just typically modding her for health with about 100,000 protection on top of it at Relic 9, but it's mostly a health skew. What's the secret here with protection?
That's a good question, and I think I just went for a total health pool. I think I have more protection primaries than I have health, so the total skill going for was like 300, 210. Yep. But I might revisit that because she's becoming sort of my go or an answer I've got for Great Mothers. So it might be worth changing that because obviously when she gets doomed or whatever it is, she's
has her protection disabled. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Yeah, it was good. All right. So it's just because of needs. All right. Let me catch up with the chat here for a second. Hey, Wolfman, good to see you. Happy up, Pass and Company. Hey, what's going on, Vin? Good to see you. Good morning. All right. He's got what's? Oh yeah, you have Relic 8. Yeah, so that's fine. Blow this up. This is the Omega Bot report. Thank you for pulling this, Striker. This is for Sego's last 5 vs 5 season. So just like what we were doing with Dagger and TJ last night, we're going to be looking at the trends of this defense, the proportion of defense that he's willing to set, and infer that he'll have something of that similar strength, but definitely not the same teams. We've had a Datacron rotation since. Okay, so Sego generally is attacking pretty late, so I imagine he hasn't done much, but sometimes he'll get in a couple fights before bed, something like that. As far as mod comparison goes, we can see that Sego has a sizable speed advantage throughout most range. As far as GAC Omicrons go, okay, don't have that one for DTMG, right? Doesn't have them all for Bane. Talon's kind of optional. Grand Moff Tarkin isn't needed yet. Okay, Rail. He's missing a few that are nice to have, but we'll see how much it matters. As far as his efficiency last season, 65, 64, 63, and if you're cool enough to leave it open, he'll his share of 69s off you. What is that, about 15 of them last season? Had to have had an Aurodium. That has to be.
Yeah, if you look at his matchups on the left-hand side, you'll see that I think about 4 of them are just zeros or 1 attack and done kind of deals.
I see. Oh, yeah, the little score notation. Yep, fair. Well, where he had real matches, he was scoring 65 and 64 and 63 more often than his opponents. He's doing well. All right. Defense for last season was Finn, Baylan, BKM, Slacker, Great Mothers, Ahsoka with Exile Ezra, Aphra, Rey Swolo, Arthonasi, Freya, and then he'll mix it between these teams here that you see a count of 2 and those teams that you see a count of 1. Something like that. Malevolence, Executor, and Raddus mostly on defense. He might rotate Raddus out for Chimera every once in a while. Nothing too crazy. Defenses by zone. All right. Baylan, BKM, Great Mothers, and then anybody's guess, really. Ray Swallow, Trey, Gas. Offense-wise, Mrs. T coming to grab everything off my desk and drop off coffee. Shout out to Mrs. T. All right. That's right, Womprat. You do need to believe in Striker. Wise. Oh, Attack Titan says, just about to leave for the gym, sadly, but have fun with the match. We will. Hey, Pills. Thanks for the resub for 15 months. How you doing, man? Good morning to you. All right. He was using, again, Leia, Jabba, Reva, Bam, JMK Cat, Bane, Gungans, Malgus, Seawat, Queen, DTMG, Sawcrex, JML, and then a mix of some other things as needed. Leviathan, Profundity, and Negotiator on offense like clockwork. Teams that he faced and dropped on last season were Akira team, Bam Lord Vader,
Yeah, that was
I remember.
You could get Lord Vader to go out first, Maul would do an AoE as well, and then with the Sarnacron and Bam lead, he was pumped and ready to go.
I remember that now. That's right. Yeah. All right, Bam Lord Vader Maul gave him some trouble. An Ahsoka team without Exile Ezra, interesting. Baylan, Ray Swallow Nest, Qui-Gon, Ahsoka with Ezra, Ray Swallow Ezra, and a Jabba. And then one drop on Executor all season with his Leviathan. All right. Yeah, it is going to be a good match, Benjamin. I like it. I've fought Sego a few times. There's streams. You can go find the VODs. I've fought Sego my share, so this is a good opponent. I'm looking forward to fighting Striker himself here soon. Let's have it, yeah? All right.
Well, that's not going to happen, is it? let's be realistic, rather than...
I'll see you soon. No.
Only if I get a gift of, like, a whole bracket of Aurodiums.
All right, how does that look on you guys then? Yep, it looks beautiful. Striker, we've got your board on view. And yeah, if you want to take us through... Oh, wait, yeah. Let's see how the prediction turned out. Okay, 62% went 2 or less. 38% went 3 or more.
Check how many people actually voted, because I stuck like 8,000 in for myself.
Yeah, well, it's 4 to 3. 4 to 3 voters. Okay. But yeah, the majority is still with you.
All right, I just want to take Womprat's points, really. That's it.
Hey, Dojomoto, good morning. That was TJ's opponent from last night. Where is TJ? Our fight is not yet over. Is it going to be down to fleets? Because if you watch the VOD from last night, he stopped when he had still a few squads left, and he generally prefers to not do fleet if he doesn't have to. So he'll see if his opponents are going to force his hand there. And he was also being merciful to me because I was up past my bedtime. So yeah,
you will keep on stream.
I was going to keep on stream. I was going to keep nodding off and get the job done. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Oh, you finally got through his Baylan dojo. Nice. Well, the people have spoken. They are with you. Want to tell us about your board, starting with your defense, then his?
Yeah, sure. So let's go up top. I don't really have a use for Treya anymore on offense, recently anyway, so stuck it on defense. I had a Sarnacron kicking around. It's new. Go and have fun with it, do what you like. Great Mothers are down with Merrin, DTP, Spirit, and Morgan. I know the this is a crushing embarrassment that my Morgan is only Relic 7. I need to put more Relic levels on her. I do apologise. Next, we've got the new Bad Batch with the Crosshair Cron, with the correct 3 and 6, although Batch is meant to be the better Cron, I believe, so I might have to see if I can nab myself one of those before Conquest finishes this evening. I've also got the GG stat down with the stat Cron as just a banner stealer. I'm not expecting it to hold. I'm hoping it's still some banners. Also finding that Malgus I don't really use all that much anymore, so he pulls a good team. So we'll stick him down and see what people do. Baylan seems to be a trend of everybody setting him at the moment. There was a time that he was being pulled on offense for everything, but currently being set, and I've set mine with the two usual and Hondo and Canderous. Maul is now homeless thanks to these clones, so it's now Seer with Maul, Malakos, Starkillers there, just because again I don't really have much of a use for him with the way that Rey is now becoming a super team, so I'm not going to run a Starkiller team against it. And then Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum with a high amount of armor pen. Then the Lord Vader clones, all Relic 9. Omicron's reasonably well modded, I would like to think, or at least as good as I can make them for now. And then the Apocron. And I won't show my back because Sega hasn't done anything yet, so. But I dare say you can probably infer some of the teams that are back there by what happens on offense. So, starting on his defense, up top he's also set Great Mothers. He's gone for the Zombie Bros rather than Merrin, which is fair enough. We've gone Beck, Jacosta New, and other Vanguard people, but those two are kind of the headline act. He doesn't have the 5th clone up to 8, so he didn't have him before lock, so it's Royal Guard for now. And he also posted a GG team, but he's gone for the GG Cron rather than for. Actually, just while we're here, how has he modded his Broidica? Okay, so he's not gone for a speed set. Blazingly slow, fine. Then down, he's a big fan of this team, so sets it bottom front.
Yep.
He also set Baylan. He went with Kira rather than Canderous, and he's gone for the Kira Cron. Huge armor pen, health, offense, all the fun stuff. Then we have Aphra with the Aphra Cron, BT1 and Boba Fett. I've not seen that as a combination before, but we'll see what we can do. And then BKM with Padawan, Sabine, Ren, and obviously no Bam. Bam's up here, so.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, I haven't seen that before. I did fight one BKM, and I overkilled it because I could. But yeah, I expect we might see more of this on defense. Especially if, it's kaput against Lord Vader. People are still, for the most part, saving Gungans for offense.
Yeah, she's just a very, very good Swiss Army knife, though.
She is. Yeah, nothing against keeping her on offense. I'm just, this is the second time I'm seeing this here this season, the BKM on defense. Interesting.
Yeah. Right. In the words of Blue Pizza, which is a show that only British people will get the reference of, here's one I made earlier in terms of a battle plan. So I'm thinking DTMG against Bam Sana. I'm thinking Bane versus the Baylan. I had a horror show against Baylan in my round 1. I don't really want to repeat it. The Aphra team I don't like either, so JMK is going to come with me. I think, for that, and then JML, the BKM. Again, it's an overkill, but it should be. I would hope it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose we better get started on this.
Good. Hey, we're back from ads. See, Mando, Ike, the shout out to Striker from the Kingdom.
Yep, that's a guildmate of mine. He's TB officer, I think. TW officer, I think.
Good to have you showing out. Arj in the chat says, won't be able to make the stream, guys, as the plumber is here, but wanted to wish you luck, Striker.
Oh, cheers, Arj.
Appreciate it. You guys don't know about Arj, let me hit the shout out button.
Yeah,
I have to do that in the Twitch interface.
I think the plan is to raid into him if I can get done at a reasonable level.
Good. Yeah. Arj is another patron of mine who recently decided to get into the content creation game here for Swugga. So he is a streamer in his own right now, and we'll be checking him out later. Yeah. If everything works well. All right. So how are we setting up for this one?
We are setting up with this.
I thought that, I could be wrong. I didn't check it, but I thought you really do want Death Trooper. Well, I'm sure you can be successful with Knight. I wouldn't know for sure. I hadn't checked the win rates.
Let's go to that. So, Death Trooper was in here, but crucially, I believe that's because you had Trooper Crom, so you got more benefit out of having him than you did for thing. Let's do DTMG. Night Trooper's got a higher win rate.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, that is that Night Trooper and Death though. You see that, the one that you're looking at?
Yeah, but that's without Enoch, and
yeah.
I don't want to go without Enoch because his team is all Relic 9, I think, apart from Sana, and my remnants are not.
Okay. All right.
So I like the survivability he provides. It's my thinking behind it.
Yeah, I'm only wishing you the best, so good stuff. Hey, Wolfman, good to see you. He says, good luck, Tess. Yeah, it's not me this time. It's one of my patrons here, Striker. I had another Aurodium, so if you're keeping count, I had one legitimate match, round 1 versus You Can't Say, which I lost, and then 2 Aurodium wins. And that's how you do it up here.
I like having the special ability to get turn meter for this team.
Yep.
Only because of the lead, that equates to 15% health and protection healing whenever they use a special ability. And I like the amount of health that I'm going to get off this. So this is the Cron, I think, for me for this. Because I really don't want this one to go tits up.
I believe in you.
Okay, I don't. So that makes one of us.
But you still won more than you lost here when you guessed it on stream, right? So the force is with us.
Okay, right. We are definitely pulling this down. Who do I need to get out? I need to get Sana out first, don't I? Really?
She's passed out the offense gain already. Is it not Bam who must go, or do you go?
It's when she gains turn meter.
Yeah, that's true, and she'll be gaining turn meter because of BAM lead all the time, so yeah go ahead and knock her out.
Okay. Do we want to hit? I'll do that. And let's call you.
Get her.
Okay, that should be the teeth taken out.
Yeah. see if we can't stun. You don't have anything to stun right now, right?
Don't think so, no.
I believe. Yeah, had him the
So
whole
what?
time.
Go for that.
Any number of opportunities for that to just go horrible. Nice.
Ugh.
Hope everybody else in the chat's enjoying themselves on this Memorial Day weekend.
I just love that blight. I really do.
Good. Got the automated thing from the guild. I think it's...
Well, luckily you're able to do that without being on stream.
Right.
Alright, so this is Bane. I'm not going to mess around. I've tried messing around with this team before and it bit me in the arse.
When you say messed around, are you saying you had a bad experience recently with Gungans or what?
It wasn't Gungans, to be fair. It was... I tried JML, that didn't go well. I tried Reaver, that didn't go well. And then I went in with Bane, and I should have just gone in with Bane. So, lesson learned.
Fair enough.
Bonus turn. I like the bonus turn element. The Sidious Cron I'd probably run would be this one if I was going to use Sidious Cron. That gives me a lot of survivability. So this doesn't have a home. Decent amount of health, protection, armor pen. Yeah, okay.
You handle Kira now?
Ugh. Yeah, you then have to just auto because he ramps up to the point he gets accuracy. So I was able to hit her.
Beautiful.
Okay, that was that. This was JMK.
Easy. That has to be be easy 411. Just listening to the fun while it works since no one's here. Yeah, I imagine it's a quiet day. It is just beautiful outside. It's, I don't know, 60 something degrees, blue sky, sunny. Beautiful.
Something in the turn meter. I mean, I like the protection crit damage, but this is... I say it's massive overkill, but it's really not, is it? Because she does a lot. This is going up against Aphra.
Aphra, my preference is tenacity. With still a light side bulk, I think you're right on the money for that, but I'd prefer a skew for tenacity for exactly the reason you think. Just I mean, I guess you don't have to worry about it when you stop and think about it, because you're going to use third. You can use third first, from and then have your tenacity up before Aphra goes.
Yeah, and then there's no way I'm going to have a Cron that can compete with the amount of potency that's on hers.
Well, in which case, crit damage. Yeah, crit damage would be what I'd do.
Yeah. Crit damage.
Holy shit. Easy, Be Easy says he's got 80-degree weather, thunderstorms, windy AF. Nasty. And he says there is no overkill, only open fire in reloading. I appreciate the sentiment.
this is the... Oh, no, it's not the only Mon Mothma Chron I've got. I do have this one as well, so that's still an option for me for the back wall. This will do nicely, I think.
I think that one's just fine. Wrong with that one or not?
Probably overthinking it massively, but...
I think so, yeah. I appreciate the measure twice, cut once approach.
Right. So do the third, onto Cat.
Yes. And then we're kind of waiting, though.
We're
you're going to trade back.
We're going to wait for her to do the heal.
Right. Yeah, we can wound whoever, just kill no one. Right.
That's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure about that. I can't tell you what.
I mean, he's not doing much, really. I'll just take him out.
Okay.
We've got to heal. We've got to kill the other droids.
Yes.
Otherwise, yeah.
And Boba Fett himself can also be revived if there's another dark side droid ally alive at the time he uses 5.
I like the fact that we're just bypassing the low health at the moment, so not many people are getting down.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done it without being on Kenobi, though. That was annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, I can't. I'm just going to base it.
I would just... You knew that was going to happen. Interesting. It was interesting. A plain reading of the datacron suggests that Boba Fett would not be revived here, whereas, in fact, he was revived. That's kind of cool. Cool to know.
I need you to hit Ahsoka, thank you. We'll take you out. Can we kill him? Thank you. Yeet. Cool. 65. And this. You. And probably Hoda, isn't it?
Yeah, I prefer if you swap Hoda and JKL. Up for you to access Hoda when he's in slot 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Then when you want to coin spam on Hoda later, it's not a pain.
Yep. Okay. So, who's the target first?
I imagine it's probably the most fragile one that I should probably think to go after, because you're trying to trigger the revive, right? So,
yeah, so I think it's probably her. Well, let's have a look.
I was thinking if we do the mark on Padawan Sabine, she'll be fragile enough. We'll kill her. We'll also set her cooldowns back by 1.
Okay.
Like, I fear her AoE more than I fear the Dispel AoE from Bo-Katan.
But she doesn't have Hu Yang to boost her damage?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, these two are definitely the squishiest.
Yeah,
so...
well, you can pick one, because the theory's still the same, right? You're going to kill the
I
squishiest, and then you're going to go after Bo-Katan, right? Maybe you're trying to smite Bo-Katan? I don't know.
Do that. to you. Mark you down. And everyone can be stunned. Yep. Awesome. We'll do a basic, and we'll do swap to you. It's kind of worth just plowing on with him, really, isn't it?
Just blow her up. The sooner she's gone, the sooner we can proceed with Bo-Katan. Push.
Ability lock people. Maybe not, that's fine. We'll get rid of your taunt.
We can just kill her twice, and I guess you're going to smite Bo-Katan?
Yep, that's the plan.
Yeah, you're almost there then. Swap, yep, done.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. Enough out of you.
You have got an AoE, but you are a bigger pain in the ass because you revive and do a load of stuff. So, thank you.
He's still, I was going to say, he's still ability blocked. You can pull off. It's not going to be.
No, but he's going to do his usual shenanigans of this. It's just nice to get back. Then if I do this to you, get you a turn.
Bunch of coin spam. Wow.
But if I do this, then he gets his cooldowns reset. We'll get you stunned to a big heal.
Just mash coins into the sunset. Try and get that last little protection banner back for Hoda. Just beautiful.
Cool. Is that 465s?
Did we have a 64 somewhere?
Not looking at that, it's not, no.
Nice. Hey, Macedon in the chat. Hello, Tassinix. Happy Memorial Day, bud. I hope everything's going great. Beautiful day. Good morning. Had a fun stream last night with Dagger and TJ. We've got Striker here in the saddle for another Patron Spotlight match. And all is going well. Yeah, Striker was kind enough to ask if I was, hungover this morning. And I made sure I had enough water and food before I passed out. It was mostly me just falling asleep from being up past my bedtime. And I'm still, I'm all right, but I'm going to need more coffee here soon. What's up, Megatron? Good to see you. And we made it.
Okay. Okay. This is manageable. This is nothing too crazy. I don't think. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So
yeah, you do have an advantage. Hey, Megatron, hats off. Appreciate you tuning in, watching. Thank you so much. Hats off to you.
You say I have an advantage?
Yeah, I would say so. Now that the bug got fixed.
What was the bug?
I'm saying you actually having a whole proper Lord Vader team, Lord Vader clones down, is an advantage for this round. It was a disadvantage in round 1.
Yeah, although I still got a hold with my LV clones, so I wasn't too disappointed. It was my performance on offense that was awful. Anyway. Right. This is Operation Stun Apo, keep going after Apo, don't let Apo take a turn, kill Apo.
Yeah, do what you can to also mind your advantage being up, so Sith Trooper might be helpful to use the third. The idea being you can't be critically hit when you have advantage, so if you're staring down the barrel of an AoE from DCT, that'll be helpful. How do you?
Yeah.
You can finish off the summon real quick because he won't come back. He won't come back.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I want to try and get buff immunity onto
CX. He's definitely the higher priority target. It's just I was thinking the summon dies here, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind this choice at all.
How are we looking? Hux isn't going to get a go till. Yeah, you might be right.
I think there's merits either way. Not mad about it.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Yeah. This works out.
Credits will do fine.
Mm-hmm. No, they won't.
What do you think you are? Some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that?
Empireless back says, "What's up, Tassinix? How you like doing battles on Super Earth? I do like the Super Earth, tile set and everything. It's cool, man. It's cool. I like the mission types. I'm into it. I'm curious where they go narratively from this. It's difficult to predict where they can go. So, a whole lot of different ways, but I like it. I think the weapon progression system is a little overrated, but I like that there's new stuff to do. So, enjoying it by far and large. Womprat's been hitting it up like a madman, that's for sure. His latest warbond with the gear and the march thing, that is the most thematically accurate stuff. You know what I want to know is you've got Warhammer 40k and Helldivers 2, both developed by UK-based studios, organizations. And why can't I get a crossover in Helldivers? Why can I not have just amazing looking gear from Warhammer to be raining down justice upon the Xenos, right? Suffer not the Xenos to live.
No, I dropped a banner.
You bum.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to do something fun?
Yeah.
Well, you know how fond of this that TJ was yesterday.
Yeah.
I think I can probably underman this, but I probably can.
Okay. Do it.
But I'm not going to. I'm not going to because I'm doing okay as I am. This one's for QA, so this one is for Saw.
Nice.
But in theory, as soon as I take a turn, he goes bye-bye.
Yeah. There goes in everybody. Yep. That looks like a dead man.
Yeah.
Solid.
So I don't think I need Baze or Chirrut. I could have probably done it with just these two. I'd have liked to take Rex just for they've put debuffs on us, so we get the protection back. But
yeah, I think you could easily have dropped Chirrut. I still like the idea of the speak with Baze if he ever needed a turn, but yeah, you didn't need him here.
No, they just melt. Okay. That was those two. Let's go down here to figure out what we're going to do. So We have a Jabba, we have a Leia, we have a C, a BKM, a Gungans. I did.
I'm feeling just Leia, man. I'm feeling Leia with the Heracron if you got it.
Yeah, which I do. And then this poses a different problem. How does Queen Amidala must absolutely rip this to shit, surely. Yeah, I'm going to Queen Amidala that. I think that works.
I haven't seen that one. Ray Rock says, Happy Memorial Day, Tassinix in chat. See ya, man. Good morning. Happy Memorial Day. Beautiful out where I'm at here in the Metro Detroit area. They're going to be... The whole afternoon is just going to smell of barbecue. I know it. Feel it in my bones. Noticing a lot of GG teams at the higher level dropping B2 for Droideka, says Asher. That's not because Droideka is more advantageous for GG, it's because they want B2 likely with their Aphra instead, which is a great classic choice. But yeah, it's not that Droideka is better, it's that B2 is more desired elsewhere. That's the idea.
Right, I don't think I'm going to kill EEzra with a one-shot.
You should still try, though. Because you should...
Oh, yeah. I'm still going to go for it. But, yeah, it's still roll logs on Swolo.
Yep.
And try and get a stun.
You're still going to use Leia's lockdown middle on Cal.
Yep. Target you, roll logs, hide Drogon. Yeah, you've got a stun. You pass back over here. Go to him. Basic.
We wish you well.
Oh, so close. Okay.
Just keep it moving. Do third. Do third.
Yeah.
I like to do third, then second. But that's okay. It's not the end of the... The reason being is that when you do the middle with Raddus, it forces punt onto Leia, as seen.
I want to hit that stagger. Make sure I hit it.
See if we, near future, can't get a stun on the bend. Like third. Yep.
Damn.
Drogon basic.
I was going to
you're gonna
flamethrower
go
just
for
to
the
make
killing blow here. I can't be mad at you for that. Yeah.
Oh, you what?
Remember, he won't follow up on himself because it's EEzra.
Well, at least he didn't go all the way.
Yeah.
For a heal.
I've been in this position before. The fight's still very much winnable. You just need to keep it
Yeah,
moving.
I know. I need to start hitting.
Yeah, stun him. Yep, just keep your control up.
Damn. We can still go for another stun
you can
here,
do
though.
third to R2, or you can basic. Yep, that's fine. All this is good. Yeah, I would basic here to level out. That's not a bad call. Nice that they're choosing to dogpile her.
Yeah.
Rest of this is butts.
I need that ultimate.
Need the ultimate, yeah.
Don't. Ugh. That's annoying, but okay.
Yeah, I would still do this. Beautiful.
Let's get rid of him. I want to just basic on him, really.
So he does have CI right now. I wonder if this is a good opportunity, to put some damage down on Rey herself.
Or Ben.
Or Ben, it's fine. I mean, you still need to put both in DI. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can stun him.
Stun on him.
Mm-hmm.
No, of course not.
Yep. Can't win all.
Oh, I can't get off of him. Okay, that's
All this is
not
good.
an
All this is
eight.
good.
Flamethrower?
I say go for it. Already got some mastery ramp. Man.
Oh my good lord, he is thick. She's going to die anyway, so it's got to be behind her. Still going. Oh, I can't target Ben. Very, very annoying. Okay, now I can target him. Can I get a stun? Yes, I can. Baseball bat EEzra now then.
Big lad.
He is not going down at all.
Want to finish off GK?
Who's going next? Leia's going next. So we can.
Love that. Love that less.
Yeah, maybe not as much as that, but okay.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's opportune logs. Hey, man, you're almost there. Stun him?
Do I stun him?
Yeah, stun him. Yeah, boy.
Oh shit!
Hard as shit. Yeah, finish him if you can. This is a win in my book. Is this one hairy on you kind of quick?
Yeah. Do I ultimate here, or do I try and?
I don't think the ultimate's going to restore your R2, so no.
Okay.
Stun.
Right.
Dodge like a boss. This is your moment. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
Oh, she got fucker.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yes!
Yes! That was on the zero. That was on the zero. We were in desperate risk for... Wow. All right. I thought that was a cleanup for sure. You pulled that directly out of your ass. Well done. Well done. That was a good one. That was a good one.
I think I need a minute after that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Schmoke in a pancake, bong in a blitz.
Yeah, that seemed to be on 0 seconds for like hours.
Man.
Oh god.
Good one. Big Ninja says, what time did you end up getting to bed last night, Tess? I mean, within 10 minutes of me closing off the stream, I was face down, passed out in bed. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. The chat's going wild for you. So,
Right.
What's next?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is next? Next would be...
Next is, you're going to finish this cigarette, and then...
Okay. I did say I was doing this. We are doing this. It's going to be... the... Darling.
Okay.
As for what others to take, I've not got a use for Bad Batch. The Echo's quite nice. And I'm not going to be using Qui-Gon Jinn, so Cam is also good.
Big Ninja says last night was a blast. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. That's the first time we've ever done a double feature of the Scheme Team guys like that. That was fun. Shake in the chat says, hey, how's it looking? It's looking pretty good. You missed a really good fight here with Striker pulling off Leia versus Rey that was going very poorly. I'm pretty sure it was going to be a cleanup. He wisely, prudently saved his ultimate at the end, through the end of Rey's ultimate, landed it, got 2 characters revived, and finished the fight for 59 banners on 0.00 seconds. Incredible fight. So if you just got in the door here, Shake, you'll have to go back to the VOD and see that. You missed a good one.
Yeah, I'm still not sure I'm okay, but it's fine.
I haven't done this, but I can see why you're saying it would work. My concern is you have turn meter gains, right? Turn meter gains means they get true damage.
It's fine. Or at least it was last time I ran this.
Alright.
So
I don't want an naysay.
Okay. I mean, he does have a thick. We don't want you to go next, so we will just. I can't ignore Tonka. Just do that. Now we will take this. You're going to be a pain in the ass the entire time. Get an armor shred on that.
Love that.
Cooldown increase on everyone. I quite like that. This should be. Goodbye, Nest. Right.
Decisive. They were there, and then they were not there.
Yeah, they somewhere to be, like party or something.
I like this. I've been struggling to think about where to use Queen on offense because it goes down so easily to Saw. And so
that is the entire reason that she's on offense with me.
Can you tell me what limitations are there with this? Like, would you do this against the full comp with Exile or not?
I wouldn't do it against Exile.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good to know.
But if he had Exile Ezra here, then
Leia.
It would have been Leia versus this, and then
Queen versus Rey.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see it. Mark.
Am I on for another? Yep. Cannot get.
Was this a
What's that
Nestron that this guy had equipped?
Yeah, it must have been. If he's put Nest in, it must be.
Yeah. Because you got BEezy in the chat saying, I get Watt being there, but what's Nest's purpose? I think just to take advantage of the likely Nestcron. Nest is just a threat condition in her own right, no matter what light side team you set her on. A lot of us have a Nestcron that has high health on it, which works very well for Ahsoka and friends, so you can see that there's some synergy there.
On a shred. I would like her to be gone now. Taking longer than I wanted. I have to solo this and I have to clean it up.
Yeah, that summon was a badass. Held on this whole time. The boss. Incredible that Hera has just held on all this time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She should be gone by now.
No.
She gonna die here?
Okay.
Well, I missed on her, but nothing more I can do, really.
Yep, alright. I can see it.
Just about putting stuff down range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're breaking through.
Yeah, the hero hanging around was really screwing up.
Yeah, perfect defense is never fun. Right, Cam, do it. I think Cam is an essential part of the recipe here. I don't know if you had the damage to get
Get him.
Beautifully done, man. Nice work.
Okay. So where does that put me on? So I dropped a banner up on one of these, and I dropped 6 banners on things. So I've 7 banners dropped through 2, 4, 8 teams. Okay. I hate the efficiency meta. I really do. It's so stressful.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's go back to this. We use that, then Leia went to array in the back. We had QA take out that was that was Ray. So we're left with DTMG down here. Those two went for that. I did pencil in Reaver to take out Morgan. But I don't know if Jabba might be a better option for that. How does Jabba look against it?
All right, we're back from ads. Yeah, that it's not. Yeah, certainly it's a good value. Be easy to use that queen in that way if it's a non-exile Ezra comp of Ahsoka, and especially since again Saw is so effective against queen if you're putting her on defense. So really good value application.
Yeah, I also she's also good against Rey. So if Ezra is with basically Queen Amidala takes out the Rey or the Ahsoka that doesn't have Ezra, and then you have Leia to take out wherever Ezra is kind of how I've been running it.
Really smart. I like it. Big Ninja says, holy hell, did TJ actually drop more than 3 last night? I went to bed with like 200 channel points and now it's 38.2k. Yeah. The answer is, yeah, he did. I went to bed immediately after last night, so I haven't gone back and added timestamps on the YouTube pod yet, but we'll get that done. Trust me, he took some risks. You know, he did his TJ stuff.
Why did the one in this lose?
Sorry if I didn't say hi earlier, Darth Cliff. Welcome.
They lost because they took a droid cron rather than a Hutt Cartel cron. All of the Hutt Cartel crons have been wins. Okay, some of them have been scrappy wins.
56?
Yeah, okay, but look at the others. 62, 62,
So
62,
is there a stat
64,
profile?
64, 64.
Is there a stat profile that makes this consistent?
No, it's literally that. I'm guessing. What was the relics on that? 99999. Okay, big numbers. And what's on his cron? Health.
High health, yeah.
Attack, offense. What's on everybody else's? Armor pen, offense, tenacity. Tenacity, offense, protection. Tenacity, offense, protection. This is the same guy. That's the same cron. It's the same battle, but different opponents.
Guy likes it.
Yeah, it's working for him. And tenacity, offense, health. Armor pen, offense, tenacity. Says this different guy, but down below. Okay. And so I think Jabba is probably a better bet here than Reaver, given that my Reaver is protection modded rather than health modded. Really.
Yeah, you are at extreme risk for losing her. That is fair. Because I was going to say, that's been just a lock for me, but I've never had a protection spec'd out Reva, so fair. Yeah, Be Easy says, gas usually works for me versus Great Mothers, but that's in low Kyber too, so your mileage may vary. Yeah, you're right. You're right to see it that way, man, because there is a world of difference between all those added relic levels applied for how something like that works.
DTMG,
Realistically, you have 3 teams left to fight. What are your top teams left to use?
Well, I've got Jabba, I've got C, I've got BKM, I've got Gas, I've got.
Does not BKM
Reaver.
Take on Great Mothers pretty handily?
She can.
I thought we just saw that here the other night. Oh yeah, no, he has Trey on defense, guys. Good to see you in the chat there, Wilco. Is Sith Empire available? Asked Kim Stevens. Yeah,
that is also on defense.
Yeah,
but that was stupid. Okay, let's remove the Jabba. BKM 75%, 90%.
Let's see. Largest sample size. So you would be running with BAM. I'm thinking you're mostly running with the second composition.
Yeah, that's the comp I would feel most comfortable doing.
Let's take a look. Let's inspect those losses. Let's see what's up with that. Relic disparity, shitty cron. What are we dealing with? Yeah, see, that's what I'm expecting. 64 and the like. So
yeah,
you can hit the ascending filter from the top, and then we'll take a look at the L's.
True. So unfortunately, I can't see what was on the top of that. I need to zoom back. Okay, that's the one. Dark side TM. That one's not. That's turning.
What
8s and 9s.
were the winning battles using a set 20 cron? I assume they were. We didn't have 21.
This is the only one where it's purple on both sides. I think all of the others will be. Oh no, this one as well. Oh, this will be the same one.
I think you can do it. I believe in you. If you think that Jabba's going to be safer for you, I can respect that. Hedgehog with the Switch says, biggest thing that makes a difference for me is you got to go for Morgan first. Get the tank out of the way fast. For a lot of the counters that I use against Great Mothers in 3s and 5s, I do find that to be the easiest. Because even if you're able to get around her taunt temporarily, you're generally not able to one-shot that side character, unless it's like a cat smite, something like that. In which case, you end up getting taunt juggled. So, I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Go on then, let's have a bit of Jeopardy.
Yeah, what are we doing? Doing the Mandos? I dig it.
We're doing the Mandos.
What cron you thinking? Yeah, offense, I feel that. Ah, okay. Just as well then.
I'm feeling that.
Okay. Huge damage when you pop off.
Let's go. Let's find out.
Yeah. That's life 1.
Yep.
Back. Life 2. Shield up? I was going to suggest shield up.
Oh, they took his turn meter. Now we are in big troubles.
We are imperiled. God, stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
This is the moment, yeah? I feel like you gotta set up for birds because she's got a chance yet. Yes, you can get TMR'd off of your bow, and then you've got a big problem. So this is the moment of decision.
It is.
If it's me, I would birds, because you trying to wait out a team like this, probably not going to work. If this is it, ooh, ah.
Alright.
Go get her.
Now we'll burn these people.
Yes.
What?
Yes, the dispel is timely. Night Trooper was fixing to beat your ass. Yes. Yes. I think it's basic, but that's okay. I'm not mad at that. Fantastic.
Okay. Stop throwing stuff at me!
Beautiful.
Okay.
Ray Rock says, any suggestion against a Sana lead with her Datacron, level 6 smuggler evasion without using a GL? Yeah.
DTMG.
Sorry?
DTMG.
DTMG.
Standard.
Classic. I also want to say, like, CLS on Chewie, Dash on Chewie.
Dash on tubes, particularly if you've got a dash level 9. You can lead off with Han, he stuns, Dash gets a bonus turn. Dash can do his middle and stun someone else, he gets another bonus turn. Then he can do his AoE, then they've all got debuffs. Provided you stun those that are going to cleanse, then you should be able to hit all of them as well.
Nice. Alright.
Alright, we have 2 GLs. I think C versus Jedi seems like an option.
Yeah, the one thing that bothers me is the idea of Jabba versus DTMG. They don't have an Imperial Troopercron anymore, so I think you're going to be fine. But I know that in the past, some enterprising players have used DTMG to fight Jabba, so that's the only thing that comes to mind. Otherwise, yes, C here, Jabba there.
Didn't you have to use grit for that because the bombs were a problem?
I don't recall.
I
think that a lot of people have them protection modded anyway, so I don't know how much the thermals were killing them. I can't say for sure, though.
Okay. If we don't do that there, I mean,
Ray Rock, the answer for you is, you need to think about unavoidable debuffs. You know how Malgus can put out Doubt, Malgus could take on the Sana team. If you can't afford to use CLS, Dash and Friends there, that's fine. But like Reva can do it because of the, unavoidable, unresistible purge that goes out at Battlestar. Think in those terms. Think in terms of unresistible debuffs. Think about attacks that can't be avoided. Like, for example, not saying that you should, this would be an overkill to use JMK versus Sana, but a lot of people say, what happens later on if you're fighting a smuggler and you don't have, like, Mace in there or somebody to land an ability block? You have unavoidable abilities, like Cat's Third, that will still do damage. So think about landing debuffs, unavoidable debuffs, so that you can normally do damage to them, or think about using attacks that cannot be evaded. Yeah, I hear you, Ray Rock, and I don't mean for you to have to rattle off everything that you're still holding for your round, but think in those terms, right? Think about who you've got that can do unavoidable debuffs, Reva and the like. Best of luck to you on that. I'm sorry, Striker. Where were you?
Still pondering. I have Reaver, I have C, I have Jabba for this team.
Yeah. I mean, Jabba
Quite
would manhandle it, right?
I think so. Can't imagine. I mean, they've got a lot of protection, so the bombs aren't going to do as much. But I can just go ham on her.
Right. We'll just beat her up off rip. Eat somebody else.
Pretty much. I think that's probably the plan.
Yeah, C is easy mode here, but I guess he wants to do it like this. That's fine. I'm not his dad.
Oh, if we go. Let me just have a look at what happened previously on some shit or other.
Mandalorian Martin says, I need help. I can't beat the Darth Revan event. Ah, man. I mean, I did that so long ago.
There are plenty of YouTube videos on it. Just have a look.
Anyone you
Arnold
recommend?
Arnold did it back in the day. It's just Ian did it back in the day. Did he? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think he does videos anymore. I do know that RSG, so Reality Skew Gamers, they had one when Loki was around. He had gone in deep on it with details.
Ooh, Bit Dynasty has a video on it. You could probably, you could scarcely do better than an instructional video from Bit Dynasty.
Bit Dynasty is brilliant for those sorts of things. Very, very, very good. Very methodical.
Looks like Nooch even has a guide. That's good. Yep. What I really like about Bit Dynasty is that he does have most of the tools in terms of like recent teams, but if he's putting out a video, he'll show you a couple different ways to do it, with a high spec team, with a low spec team. I like that. You might wait for the Lightspeed bundle at this point. It's your call, man. I definitely remember the one where you're needing to fight the tanks. I forget if that's the dark side one or the light side one now. But there was one of them that was easy and one of them that was hard, and I'm guessing you're stuck on the hard one. And I would just say, certainly look up that Bit Dynasty video and just stick to it otherwise. It just takes some persistent effort, as I recall. Because when that event was first around for Malik, I want to say it was just 24 hours. And it took...
No, it was 3 days. It was over a weekend. But it was only a week after they released Darth Revan. So it was a mad scramble to get him.
You had to wail hard to have the stuff.
Yeah, you did. You did. That was the first time I ever wailed. Before that, I was a free-to-play. But, they got me with Old Republic. What can I say? I'm shameful. That, and I was particularly well paid and didn't have much by way.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you're just way overworking it. Do your Jabba on DTMG, do your C on the Jedi, and see what's popping out in fleets. That's what I say. If you need a couple minutes to think on it yet, you want to take a quick break?
Sorry,
I didn't hear you there.
Oh, we've got ads coming in, so...
Yeah, ads are already playing right now, so if we want, we'll take a quick break here and let you, ruminate on that, and we'll be back to finish up the squads.
Okay, I'll take a couple of minutes, and I'll be back.
All right, appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be with you in just a moment. All right, party people, we're back. Fresh cup of coffee, good to go. So what'd you settle on, Striker? What are we doing here?
We're hot selling this one.
Okay.
Let's have a look at Smart Cartel.
Personally, my gut feels like I would take Boba. I feel like Boba does more in this fight.
Well, oh yeah, for the no revive. I suppose I could put. Does Scando really do much?
No, I like Scando. I just don't think you need Embo. Like Embo is ramping damage, you know. Like,
True.
I'm not concerned with that. I like the burst of Boba. I like the control of Boba.
Okay, and I like the offense on this one.
Beautiful, yeah.
But we're gaining. Is gaining turn meter going to be a problem?
Gaining turn meter means that we'll lose some turn meter when we gain turn meter.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine.
Or we could have buffs on basic.
That's pretty nasty. So what you're losing out in raw stats, you'll compensate for from the buffs up, but it won't help Bausch. So,
what, offense up doesn't help Bausch?
and she's a light side character.
Oh, fair point. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does help.
Boba,
It does.
our boy. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the
we have to
idea
go.
here? All in on Enoch, so that we don't have to mine that shit, or are we trying to go after Scout? I mean, the thing is that there's a revival, right?
Yeah, there is a revival.
Yeah.
So you're kind of encouraged to go after him. What's his?
Just him straight out of the gate? Okay.
Or at the very least, put buff immunity on him so he can't taunt. And then, if we can get enough turns up that we can rocket him in the face.
Okay. Sure.
Then that stops us being sort of demoralized and low damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could just go and straight up kill him if you want, because even if he brings him back, demoralized doesn't come back.
That's very true. I am still going to stop him from taunting to start with, though.
Sure. Maybe death. Maybe death in third.
Death and third. Stuff and things.
Yep.
Oh, please have the rocket. Oh, he's got the automatic taunt.
Right, yeah, that taunt can't be
I
prevented.
forgot about that.
I would trade back to Jabba, yeah, just keep it moving.
Yeah.
I do feel as though we're just going to end up eating DTMG, right? I don't think we're trying to beat him down.
Yeah, I've got that feeling as well. Let's see.
Yeah, that rocket's going to hurt. Wow,
Nothing.
Not that much.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's demoralized and
All right.
go well.
There's Boba Fett bringing real value in your time of trouble. Time of need.
Right, well, I think we can safely assume he's dead. So if we get as many bombs on this guy as possible.
I was thinking of bombing Scout, but I'm cool. Again, we're trying to eat DTMG, so I don't see what putting a high debt stack on him is good for. That was delicious. Hi.
Yeah. I can't get a few, so we'll just do a special. You're up in the open now.
Sir.
It's beautiful.
That's right, the Krennic gift.
And this is where you tell me it's your achievement. It's your achievement, not mine.
God, I loved how he was a real proper villain in Andor Season 2. Not like a caricature of a villain as he was in Rogue One, the movie.
Yeah, he was much better in. He was a badass in Andor. He was a bit of a wet fart in Rogue One, to be quite honest.
Well, they the director's just so brilliant because in every scene where he appeared, no matter what dialogue he was in, you could feel that there was like intimidation he projected. Everybody was on their toes around Krennic.
Nice.
That's right, Womprat. You know the rules well, Striker. If you win, it's a TAS win.
Says the bloke who backed against me with the drops.
Right.
So the question we have now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a certain someone is elsewhere.
Oh, I see. Superhero 9000. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, man. Sub on YouTube and the follow here on Twitch. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Is this enough, or do I need a couple more meat shields?
I think you're going to be fine.
I mean, that's famous last words. I can take this because
you can just bring GBA.
That is
absolutely
true.
Love that cron for this purpose.
That is very true.
Yeah, and if you're extra super concerned, you can bring GBA and Sunfac. But I wouldn't.
No, I think we're good. I think. Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Personally, yeah. I think just
I've been
3
relatively
is excessive.
clean so far. I don't want to not take an extra tank and think, oh, this will be fine, and then oh shit, I need an extra tank because he's only relic 7.
It's true, and your C is not relic 9s. That is true. That is a reasonable concern.
Yeah. He's now with the Cron rocking.
Yeah, he's serious.
What's that? 330,000 combined.
And just like BEezy saying here in the chat, Link, Jocasta, and Kelleran. Then it's pretty much.
That is very much the plan.
Yeah, I think you are very, very safe.
Rather be safe than stupid.
Very fair.
Linking you. Now linking you.
I'm glad that they finally put in a character like Jocasta, because I was wondering, with protection disruption, it was just a matter of time until they started to add characters that were immune to protection disruption.
So I'm not going to get greedy.
Right.
I need to get greedy.
Dispel's always helpful.
Yep.
I just chill. Yeah, be easy. Insert the Rob Snyder. You can do it meme.
Got his fucking head off. Or if you like the end of the movie, all night long.
Yeah. get another C middle out, we can...
I'm just going to yeet them.
Yeah, you're just going to do it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
I'm okay with...
And because we're killing Jocasta before her transform, not going to be able to
big AoE.
that rifle, yeah. Nice.
And if we just keep going, not with you, but with everybody else. Yeah, if I delay this enough, I can get the armor tech on 2.
You're already full on sets. That's the one that you wanted on.
Yeah, and then just keeps him. That. Get on to you.
About as good as it gets.
Yeah, take you out. You've got an AoE. Get the health back at the very least.
I like it. About as good as you could ask for.
Keep the tongue, the basic. And 64.
Nothing to sneeze at. Killer score.
Right, how many banners did I drop overall? We did 6 on the Ray, which was a friggin' steal, to be quite honest.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a couple of... I think we've dropped 8 banners.
Hey, Art Vandalay in the chat. Morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. Back at you. Welcome. You're catching my Patron Striker here, just finishing clearing his opponent's squad defense. Fleets remain.
Yeah, I think we've dropped 8 banners so far.
Impressive. Most impressive. So that's the payout then. It's 2 or less, has it?
Yep. Give me my channel points. I backed myself.
Boom. 2 or less. You were right to have believed in yourself.
Right. Okie doke. It's triple attacker. I could negotiate that. And then I've got Empire for this, and then Raddus for that.
Sure.
Defense is round 3. He doesn't change his fleet all that much. Although he's only set 2. Two reinforcements for his thing. I would imagine he's probably removed Houndstooth.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you have reserved for this?
So I've set triple meta. So I've got Empire, or I've got Negotiator for this.
Yeah.
Then I have options of Raddus for... Well, we know I'm taking Raddus for this, so I can do Raddus. Let's do the Raddus now. Yeah. you, and we don't take the other one, do we? It's not worth it. Although this guy's got to relicate some facts, so it might be more damage than I'm used to. Bringing it, just I've been so clean so far. It's no point not taking a comfort blanket, as it were.
Very fair.
So,
why is triple attacker better than with Bosk? The triple attacker is more dangerous against Leviathan, which a lot of people reserve. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Striker?
Yeah, I mean, triple attacker it's mainly the best defense you've got against the Leviathan, like Taff said. It can, if someone tries to off-meta it with Tarkin, they are more likely to succeed, or they have Negotiator as an option, but they're not particularly great banners.
Yep.
So
I guess if you see your opponent consistently setting Leviathan, there's some wisdom to having Houndstooth up front.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what's really important for people to consider is having, if you're doing triple attacker, having Houndstooth and Boba as the reinforcements without IG, I think is great, because I noticed in one of my own fights from, I want to say this week, Houndstooth was called out, which is, called out first, which is okay, fine. And then, if they call out Boba next, that would be ideal, but they didn't. It called out IG. And that means Boba never got to enter the fight, which is whack. So if I'm setting triple attacker on defense, it's going to be with just Boba and Houndstooth. I don't really care which one comes out first, then second, but I want them to be the first and second.
Okay. So if I'm setting triple attacker, I won't set Houndstooth.
I'm sorry?
If I'm setting triple attacker, I tend not to set Houndstooth. I'll put Boba and IG in. Because,
well, I guess that preserves the essence, the same essence, right? Whichever one gets called out first, the other one's called out second, and you're fine. That's the important part.
Yeah, but if Houndstooth comes out, that does not impede the off-meta counters so much as when he's in the start. It really depends on what you're expecting your opponent to use.
True.
I think we've got ads running, so I'm just going to be sitting and waiting. I saw the pop up.
I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, I think we're all on the same page here that you're not going to have the fight go long enough for a third reinforcement, not without a drop in one. So let's just make sure that Boba does get out there. I don't care, first or second. We all agree on that.
Yep, agreed.
Well, we're back for Mads. We're ready when you are, boss.
Okay. Let's go fly a kite. And damage, thank you. Do that onto you. We do the mass into him, don't we?
That's what I generally do, yeah.
Yeah. You do the spinning. Just hold on a little longer. Do that. Ooh. Incomes comeuppance. And we do that. And we do this. And of course, some facts still kicking around. Income spy. We eat someone.
Oh no, and the marks are Could not be worse.
I know. My kind of luck, innit?
Gonna hit it and then it's gonna stealth. Just in time for this big hit to not
It's
hit.
I didn't quite get out there.
Yep.
Come on, capital ship.
There we go. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Put that back on.
Nice dodge.
Thank you.
Really good dodge.
Well, I had foresight because I did a special ability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
do I
bring in the...
bring out? Yeah. Bring out you. Take that off of you. Have another go. Oh,
dodge!
you kidding
The
me?
dodge! The forbidden dodge! The double dodge! Marked for death. Marked for death, young man.
Unbelievable.
The forbidden dodge. That was another dodge.
Oh, don't remind me.
Oh my god. Okay.
In essence, I am so glad I brought another ship.
Absolutely. I was really thinking when you hit the button, it's like, okay, I sometimes bring the extra ship. I almost never use it, but I'm not gonna say it. And sure than shit, you absolutely needed to have it here.
I'd have gone ballistic at myself if I hadn't have had that as an option. Right, okay, so let's...
Fate tested you on that one. Fate had it out for you.
Okay, if I do Empire here, then I've got Negotiator to take out that, which is fine.
Yeah, that works.
Failing that, I've got Empire to use up here, and then I can try something else on the others. So...
We all know how to do a finalizer cleanup on an Executor.
That is true. You're going to have to talk me through this, because I can't remember. I've not done this before. So
Sure.
I know it's Scythe, and I'm fairly sure it's Vader.
Yep, ITF.
Okay.
Then you want to bring Defender, Interceptor, and you can bring one more ship if you feel at all not confident. I mean, you can afford it, right? I mean, you had a practically flawless squad run.
I'd rather take an extra ship and be safe than...
Yeah, I think Gauntlets are fine.
Okay.
All right.
So, how did what? Talk me through the general game plan first, and then we'll go in and do it.
So they're going to mass assist on TIE Fighter, and essentially this is the RNG component of the fight. If they kill your TIE Fighter, things move along expeditiously. If they do not kill your TIE Fighter, it becomes a very desperate state of affairs, and it'll be about crisis management until you can bring out a ship, because since we're doing Tarkin lead here, we're going to have the 2 summons, you're going to have a full deck.
Yeah.
So that's why we need our TIE Fighter to die. As far as opening hits go, Xanadu Blood is the higher priority, but he'll be under stealth. So we do our first couple hits on Punishing One. I believe...
My question will be, if Punishing One goes ahead of me, is he going to go ahead or not?
I don't recall. What I'm trying to think is, let me check something. I know that you're often doing Vader's ability block on Razor Crest, but I want to say I've recently done it with a block going on to Punishing. Check my homework. Don't have anything. All right.
Well, if we do it on Razor Crest normally, we'll keep with that. There's a reason. I should imagine. Probably so that he doesn't call either of the other two with a with his special, so we can just basic.
Yeah. Well, all right. So you live it here in the chat saying you want to do both TIE Fighter and Vader specials on Razor. I haven't done it that way, but I don't see why that makes such a big difference. The point is how poor your RNG is about TIE Fighter dying. So
yeah,
let's go
the
for it.
TIE Fighter thing, I think, is purely you take one of the stacks off of Mandalorian, one of the what is it?
Yeah, the reinforced hull.
Sacrificial shield or whatever it is. So I think that's the reason for that. And then the ability block, I can imagine why it's good on any of them. But
Yeah, the Razor Crest not being able to call assist is nice.
Okay, let's go. Watch me get fucking dodged here as well. Right, we're going to go first.
Yeah, yep. Look right here.
And we're going to do that one. Okay, and we're also going to ability block Razor Crest, yes?
Yes, sir.
Special?
Yep. And now, fate.
Yes!
Okay. Enter the defender. My intuition would be to stun punishing. Definitely do your summon tie specials here on punishing, I think.
Oh, he's got the bonus protection.
Yeah, I guess.
So any damage they do is going to be nothing. At least with this, I take something off of him.
It's fine. Then go for it. Yeah, get your reinforced hull. Sure, I can see that. Strip off and now go after Xanadu. Here. Kill it.
Basic.
Kill it.
Special.
Kill it. Kill it.
Beta.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Punishing. Yes. Do the
This
special
one?
here. Yes, sir. Yeah, we doing that. Executor.
Yeah, we want this. Yep. Get the turn meter. Okay. Basic on punishing one.
Yep, we're just going to try and blow him up. See how much pressure we can put down. You'll want to do this, I think, targeting defender. Yeah, I like that. Basic.
Okay. I haven't got a single critical hit so far.
And if they kill that, there's no breach, so next chance you get, you'll be able to dispel this with Darth Vader.
Okay, so basic.
Yep, because you have to. Alright, just basic, that's fine.
Basic here.
We get around to punishing.
Not currently.
Alright, there we go. That's what we need. We bring out the reinforcement and target punishing, use third.
Yep.
No other breach, so taunt won't come. Yeah, okay, so you have to do this. I would probably
do the AoE anyway.
Yeah, because you want to do the damage and take the shot at the damage, right?
So do
it's either yeah, because basically the next move is going to be the heal from the capital, so it's like kind of a now or never thing.
Okay. Didn't quite get there.
Not quite. Yep, but then. All right, so we're gonna just have to go through Houndstooth. Oh wait, now we can target punishing. Then you can strip off.
Not with him. No.
Oh, okay.
Because he had the thing on that, but I can strip buffs now.
Yeah, strip. Yep. Back on target. Yes, stun again. Because the stun can't be dispelled by Razor, so I like that.
I agree. Basic.
You
now,
could.
If I ability
yes,
block
I like
him,
the block there. Yeah, because he's about due, right? Yep.
I can't hit anybody else, so I have to go for him.
Buff
this
up
is
again.
better than
yep,
anything.
Buff up again.
I
Probably
like this
heal up
on...
your. Maybe the Interceptor's weaker, but sure, whatever. I think Defender's a fine choice too. Either is good. Either is good. Yep.
Kill.
Yep. Finish off Houndstooth. Wrap it up. They're a month of Sundays away. Killing you, right?
I think so. Apparently, I'm a month or Sundays away from killing him.
Sometimes. All right, let's see what happens here. Wrap up. Okay. Just finish it up. 47 seconds, so don't tarry.
Yeah.
Knock him out.
I'm going. I am
Punishing one
winning.
unique blocks and crits from the ties. Good to know, Livid. Nice. Livid says, I like doing the heal on the scythe. I think that calls the follow-up attack as well. So that's not a bad choice either. It's just I'm thinking about who my tank was, so I don't mind that. Big Ninja asks, who do you think could get a 68 on quad maze? See Bane? Maybe. Yeah. All right, made it out. Tight on the time.
Yeah, but we were sort of talking it through and chatting, and I don't mind that for the first time.
Yeah.
Let's face it, it's not the tightest fight I had today.
Yeah, it's a blessing that there was, in fact, no Boba there. Boba could have been a real problem.
That's a Republic. And it's you, and you. You. Don't need anything else, I don't think.
Want a third to hide him, or are you doing some basic?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide if I want to go for. If I go for him, he doesn't taunt, does he? Oh, he does taunt. Okay, doesn't matter. Well, I was hoping to do the mass assist onto the MILF, but
target the other ship. If you're going to call in Snips, target the other ship. Call in Snips, then target back.
Thinking, would I be better to bring in Plo, boost turn meter? Does that get me out in front? Probably not. It's a bit greedy.
I think either way is fine.
Get rid of you. Yeah. Do that for now. Do that for now. Basic, thank you.
Like it.
Anakin. AoE, get rid of the foresight. Ability block is nice.
Low.
Bring out Fly.
The boost. I like it.
Yeah. Got the bonus back. This should kill. This might not kill. This might kill. Yeah.
There it is. Full banners, I want to say. Nice. 74.
What does that bring me to? 1835. I'll take
killer
that.
Score. Pretty killer score.
Yeah, I dropped.
Bunch
If
of
I assume
banners.
9. If I took 75 was the. Yeah, so for 75 was sort of a soft max for ships.
Yeah.
I took a 9 banner hit on that.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, 9 banner hit on that. That was a 68, so I took a 7 banner hit on that, so that's 16, and then 1 banner, so 17, plus 8, I think, on the squad, so that's 25 total. Away from softmax.
Pretty solid score, man. Nice job. Yeah, Big Ninja says excellent job. That's right. Well done. Well done, Striker. Has he? Now he hasn't made any moves, right? And it'll be some hours before he's likely to.
He normally does in like the last 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
So he hasn't done anything that I've seen so far.
Well, you let me know how it ends, and I'll make sure to put up a follow-up announcement to let the people know on Discord.
Okay, I'll pin you a screenshot as and when it's done.
Sounds awesome. Yes, that's how we'll do it. I just dropped the link in the chat for my Discord, folks. If you're not already part of my community, come on in. If you want to find out when I'm going live, you want to be in touch, that's the place to do it. it's about time to wrap things up, I guess. So, Striker, what do you got to say about the fight overall?
Yeah, great game to Segu to start with. He is someone that I would, if I'm thinking of, if I'm kind of searching for inspiration for teams or traps to put in the back, his account is one that I will go and have a look at, along with Fatal, Aesop. I kind of put him in that sort of bracket for out of the box thinking. As for the battles themselves, I think I got very lucky in a few spots, particularly the Leia battle.
That was incredible. That was a good one.
That was nuts. He has a massive mod advantage over me. However, I have the advantage of having the fourth clone.
Yep. With
the Omicron sitting down here. So yeah, and he's at 280 odd.
Solid. Big lad.
Yeah, I couldn't quite hit the armor that I wanted to. But
yeah.
I was trying for 75 as a minimum, ideally 79, 80, but I don't have enough defense stats to start with.
Yep, I'm sure you're working on it.
Yeah. So, in TAS style review,
please.
We started on the bottom south. We took against his Bam Sana team. We took DTMG, and that worked well for a 65. I was not messing around with his Baylan and the Kirikron. I've been stung by that this week already, so I just nullified it with a Bane and Sith Assassin for a 65. Aphra, again, I have been stung this week by this Cron. It is nasty if you don't take in the correct team. I overkilled it with JMK, 65, and just moved on. BKM was JML's task today. He doesn't normally have an assigned battle on offense. He's sort of a floating overkill, something that I'm not expecting to see, so we used him here. Made sure to get Paz out whilst there were still other people alive, so that we could recover banners after he takes his bonus turn, so we got a 65 for that as well. Then we went up top, and I demonstrated a new use for Saw with the Sawcron. With the level 6, he does damage based on the character's max health when they have a debuff. Saw inflicts 15 debuffs on his first turn, which is unresistible and unavoidable. And GG focus mainly is on max health, so he dies. We also took SLKR versus the LV team, which is LV with the clones that he has available, plus Royal Guard. He does not have Scorch. We then moved to the back, and we took out the raid team with the Leia. It was a buzzer beater, I believe is what the American term for it is. If you joined in late, I do recommend going and watching it, because I nearly had a heart attack. I don't know how you felt.
It was a great watch is what it was for me.
Yeah, it was 59 banners, and that is way more than I deserved at multiple points in that fight. Against the Ahsoka Nescron, I took Queen Amidala. The hero was a bit of a spanner in the works. She made dealing damage to Ahsoka take longer than it normally does. She hung around for too long, however we managed to get her out. I'm glad that I took Cam with my Queen Amidala and was able to put 2 armor shreds on, otherwise I don't think we would have got through. And that was for a 65. We then took Jabba against DTMG for a 65. We took BKM against his Great Mothers. Again, that was for a 65. making sure that we take Morgan out first, and then the rest of the team followed. And then C Armourer set GBA overkill of the new toy on the lock, which is Jocasta New. That was for a 64, I believe. Moving into ships, he had set what he always sets. Against the Executor, we took the Tarkin counter. My first time doing it, so thank you very much, Tass, for the help. That was for a 68 banners. Against the Raddus, I took a Negotiator. I took an extra reinforcement that I didn't really need, however, I came out with a 74. And then, if you wanted to see how the dodge meta could have been incredibly miserable, watch my fight against the Malevolence with Raddus. I think I was dodged, 4 or 5 times?
I mean, 3
proceedings?
alone on the 5.
Yeah. I was debating whether to take an extra reinforcement. I am so glad that I did, because without it, I would have been dropping. So we scraped out of there for an order 66. And that brings my total score to an 1835.
Very well done, and a lot of fun to watch, particularly that Leia vs. Rey. So if you got here late, again, yes, echoing Striker, go see that fight. All right. Well, before I get ready to wrap up and raid out to whoever is up and running at this time, anything else that you want to say to the folks at home, Striker?
No, just well done, Liverpool, on winning the Premier League. That is my team.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for being here with us today. It's always a pleasure to have you as a guest, and
It was a pleasure to be on.
well, and I heard you told me the other day you had your first Aurodium, so you understand now. This will happen to me again, and we'll have opportunity to have you once more as a guest. So looking forward to the next time.
Hopefully I'll be high enough. But I should just quickly shout out Tass's Patreon. He does help an awful lot. Considering that before I started his Patreon, I had just dropped out of Kyber 1 into Kyber 2, and I was so annoyed with myself that I thought, right, I'm just going to see if there's any help to see if I can improve my performance. And I'm now, I think I was rank 53 going into this match against rank 46. Hopefully this is a win, and then that should put me firmly in the top 50. So
I'll be seeing you real soon, and thank you kindly. I'm glad you enjoy it here. Glad you enjoy it.
I do very much so.
Good. It's good to have you. All right. Getting about the wrapping up. Of course, if you're used to watching me live, you already know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassinix. I also simulcast on YouTube at Tassinix Gaming. If you haven't been over to the channel, you should check it out because there is a bunch of other Swugger-related content there that you may be interested in. We've got the mod guide videos on characters and factions that you've asked about. The Datacron set guides, currently on sets 20 and 21. I make those with Aesop Rock, one of the winningest players to ever do it, like longest streak at rank 1 ever. Let's see, the How To Mod Guide series, the GAC Omicron tier list, whole bunch of odds and ends, also including that's a rebroadcast point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. We break down the last week in the top 100 of Kyber 1 or thereabouts. We talk about how we dealt with the meta matchups of the week, our favorite attacks and defenses that we saw, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else worth sharing with you. That podcast is native to Spotify, but wherever you find an episode, check the description. There is a link you can use to plug it into your preferred podcast program and listen there. Aside from that, anything you do enjoy on YouTube, please do give it a like, hit subscribe if you want to see more from the channel. Really appreciate your support. And for those who want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, I have a few ways for you to support the channel. First is a Cash App, that is $Tassinix. I have a PayPal. Let's see. tassinix@gmail.com. And of course, the aforementioned, thanks again, Striker, for the time plug, the aforementioned Patreon, where in addition to enhanced bot scouting power for yourself, you can get early access to some of my content and some other cool little benefits. But yeah, here is the link to my Patreon. So check out patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the TAS House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast. That is coming out to our general audience, 8 a.m. on Friday mornings. A little late this putting it up, but that's not usually the case. But regardless, my patrons are getting it as early as Tuesday night, within hours of us recording it, so you get the early edge going into the first round of the week. You also get early access to the Datacron set guide videos, and of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you can usually find me lurking. So pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Deadpool Cow 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmal, Mus Ross, Rays Malbus, Sam Vimes, Sheepdog 47, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens 14, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's a tool I showed at the start of the stream here. It's the, with the bar graphs and everything, the line graphs. No other tool does such a good job of breaking down your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies into an easily digestible format. Anybody can use OmegaBot to scout their opponent's last week of GAC history for free, but only patrons can build a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version with links that you can click that go right back into Swugga.gg or Insight, whichever you use. Helps you further drill down on those counters you have questions about, saving you time on the scout. Alternatively, you might choose Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili. Hot Utils is the #1 tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. No other tool lets you switch between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, raid mods with such ease. You can use it like Fatal and TJ do to comprehensively remod your roster. You could slice through hundreds of mods in seconds. Has a whole bunch of cool functionality to help your guild out in TW. Bunch of a lot. But whichever way you go, no wrong way to choose at VIP Access Plus. Thank you so much to Dobby, Satnakan, Meow for Me, Ploon, Shake23501, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, and Trouble Fingers. Then at VIP Access Premium, this is $15 a month for the Double Bot Bundle. So, Patreon access to me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils all in one price. I don't think you can get it cheaper than that separately. So it is, very rightly called by many of my patrons one of the best values in all of Swugga. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Big Ninja, Duckstab, Darth Link, Dark Hug, Brickfrack Paddywhack, General Milan, Ivanek, Johnny B. Ottawa, Kev, Mini GK, Hills, Wig, Saldag, Sir Boss, Sophis, The Lost Womprat, Wilco, and Zoltre. At the top of the list, in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This madman pops into stream from time to time, drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies. He's done it many times over the years, and I appreciate him so much for the incredibly support. Of course, last but never least, our special thanks. First to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters way back in the day. Bought me the mic I'm speaking to you on right now, and even though he has long since quit the game, we wish him well from the other side. Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether it's furnishing me with coffee or alcohol, as the case may be, or just keeping our daughter from tearing apart our home brick by brick while I'm busy being tied up trying to be halfway decent at a phone game. And of course, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure and a privilege to record our show together. I learn something from you guys every week. Hopefully the feeling is occasionally mutual, but regardless, it's not about me. It's about the community. There's a lot of great engagement, questions, conversations that come from the show. You guys add so much to it, and I appreciate the hell out of you for making yourselves available week in, week out, despite the busy work and family schedules. So, thanks, guys. All right. Moving back over to the main scene, let us make ready to raid Who's out there? Category Who's Live. Oh, we have the opportunity to return the favor to Ranger. Ranger's raided into me a couple times recently. It really is the very least I could do. Go ahead and set him up. Both on Twitch and on YouTube. Coming live. There's only 2 live. I guess he's not live there. But you know what? JJ, one of my patrons and another content creator, is live. So for you YouTube viewers, I'm going to send you on over to JJ. Yeah, looks like he's due to... Yeah, looks like he's live. That's right. And yeah, we'll set up the raid now for Ranger. So thank you, of course, again, to Striker for making this episode possible. Otherwise, I would have been done for the end of this week here, just with Dagger and TJ last night. If you missed that, go back and watch it. It's a long show, but, you know, it's a double feature and a lot of good, jabs in between the 3 of us. It was a fun time. Regardless, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We'll talk about it in the next Plotting and Scheming. And until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.